I've always thought that the term walking simulator, when it comes to games, is very reductive, but to a certain extent, outside of the QTEs, Quantic Dream games kind of are walking simulators. Now, this man right here, David Cage, is what you get when you take Kojima and make him grow up in France. And some might say that's a positive, that some might say that's a negative. I'm completely undecided on if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So, as you can see, this video's done a little bit differently than the last video since I'm in it. We're to try seeing if this format of me on a green screen talking about the game is going to be better or worse for the videos. Just as a heads up, this is my first time editing with the green screen, so I'm trying to work out the kinks. You'll actively see my editing style get better as we're going forward. Just because, unfortunately, like, I'm kind of doing this all DIY by myself, so I got to figure out how things exactly are going to work. Anyway, moving on. Fahrenheit, Indigo Prophecy Remastered, released in 2015 by Quantic Dream for PC, I think exclusively at the time, and then later on it came to PlayStation, modern PlayStation. Should I have looked this up? Yeah. That's the other thing I wanted to bring up. My last video, I had a very tightly written script that I did not deviate from at all. This one, no script at all, just kind of shooting straight from the point, trying to see if this format works a little bit better for me, if this is what I want to do more. You know, experimentation is the name of the game right now. So, Fahrenheit is a crime, drama, thriller game with gameplay styles similarly to Quantic Dream's later games like Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, Detroit Become Human. Me, going into this, I thought that Fahrenheit was Quantic Dream's first game. During the last recording session, live on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/LatencyIssue, if you want to come watch, somebody did pop in and was talking about the Nomadic Soul, which apparently is Quantic Dream's first game that came out on the Dreamcast and PC. Didn't know about that. Maybe we'll go back and revisit this, because I thought that this was the first game, and I didn't look it up at all, because this was the first game from Quantic Dream I ever heard about. Anyway, so we're in control of 3 different characters in this. Lucas Kane, Carla Valenti, and Tyler Miles. Starting off, I just want to get this off my chest. Tyler is the worst cop imaginable. Like, I know I'm in control of him, but, like, some of his, like, canned responses to some of the things that he's doing while he's investigating just, like, scream, like, completely fucking incompetent cop. That being said, you know, we play as him. He's the cool guy, you know, like, every time he's on screen, there's some kind of funk music playing. I don't think David Cage has ever actually met a black person before, if I'm being completely honest. Carla and Lucas, more standard, run-of-the-mill type of David Cage characters. They actually remind me a lot of the main character, or 2 of the characters from Heavy Rain, Madison Page and Ethan. It's been a while since I played Heavy Rain. I love Heavy Rain, but it's been a while since I played it. That'll be the next game that we cover as far as David Cage and Quantic Dream go. Anyway, Lucas Kane, he is in a diner, possessed, and ends up killing somebody. And there's a cop in the diner at the same time, so he's got to clean up the scene of the crime, make sure that he doesn't get caught. My first time playing it, I didn't realize exactly what exactly I was supposed to do, so I got caught. Second time, clear clean as a whistle. We got out of there. Cop walks in to go probably take a leak afterwards. Notices some signs. Obviously gets the rest of the boys in blue out, and that's where Carla and Tyler enter the scene. Carla, being that she's the more competent of the two, she actually starts, investigating, taking a look, seeing. She's the one who notices that, I think in my playthrough specifically, Tyler was the one who noticed some of the clues that Lucas left behind. But, I'm going to give that credit to Carla because you think even playing it, it definitely, leads Carla to being the one who, is driving the investigation because of things that happen later on in the story. Specifically, in regards to Tyler and in regards to the choice that I made towards the end game, I literally just told Tyler, you need to fuck off and, go somewhere else. Just because, there were a couple times over the course of the game where, his dialogue options, I was like, dude, you should not be a cop at all. So, they do their investigating. They find some materials, but they have no way to actually, link it to Lucas. So this happens that night. The next day, Lucas, having come out of his possession right after murdering the guy, he was totally cognizant when he cleaned up the scene of the crime to not get himself sent to prison, obviously. He goes to talk to his brother, Marcus, who there's some estrangement there. They're not, super, clear on it, but there's some estrangement there. Marcus tells him, essentially, I'm a priest. I can't, help you, but I'm not going to, sell you out immediately. So, let me do some digging. You just don't get yourself arrested. Let's meet at the park later on. So Lucas goes to meet him at the park. Carla and Tyler are doing their cop shit. Honestly, they're doing kind of standard cop shit. I don't know how much we're going to talk about their cop shit. Just because, they're just doing an investigation. And it's, most of their stuff is pretty, simple. I guess, Carla, the idea that Carla is, the lead investigator and she's the one that the game is pushing you towards is even driven further home by the fact that she's the one who kind of is hey, some of this stuff doesn't seem, all that right. And so she ends up going into the police archives and finding out that there's a case that, of a man who was possessed, but, all the records are scrubbed clean. So she has to go, look for the original investigator, and, figure out what's going on. He tries to dissuade her, blah, 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 blah. Cop shit. Lucas is our main guy, though. But, so Lucas goes to the park, and he's now, so the game basically tries to, imply that any game overs that you get are kind of visions that Lucas is having of possible scenarios, telling him okay, this is what will happen if you don't, if you're fucking stupid and you don't actually manage to cover your tracks or get away or whatever. So Lucas has a vision of a kid at the park falling into the lake. Well, he also sees that the cop that was in the diner is at the park patrolling. So he's this cop's gonna see me. He saw my face at the diner. He's gonna, and he knows that by this point the murder has been publicized. So Lucas is he knows, but Lucas is a good person. So he's I'm not going to leave this kid to drown. So saves the kid, resuscitates him, and tries to leave. The cop looks at him, there's that clear acknowledgement of recognition. But the cop lets him go because he saved the kid's life. So Marcus, Lucas's brother, in case you've forgotten, he tells Lucas, hey, I looked around. There's this lady named Agatha. She might be able to help you out. So Lucas goes to Agatha. They go and they do essentially like, if you ever played Cyberpunk 2077, the brain dances, you do that for Lucas's encounter in the diner, and you find that somebody sat down with him, somebody that like the other patrons of the diner didn't see, but like could hear, but like thought that it was Lucas talking to them. So like the guy orders a coffee, for example, and like that's something that Tyler and Carla notice when they're investigating, is that there was like, I think it was water and a coffee at Lucas's table, and the coffee was untouched. And like also like it didn't seem like he had, like almost like he didn't order it. So Lucas goes to Agatha. Agatha does the brain dance with him. You find out that somebody sat down, possessed Lucas, sent him into the bathroom. Lucas carves these symbols into his arms and then murders a man. Agatha's like, hey, like, I can't help you right now. Come back tomorrow. We'll get this all solved. At the same time, Carla and Tyler have managed to make it, or at least get the enough evidence to prove that Lucas was the one who killed the man in the diner. Great. You know, Lucas is a murderer. Great. So now they're looking for him. All this also, I got to go back, but there's Lucas recently broke up with his girlfriend about a month ago, Tiffany. She's not really important right now, but she will come back and be, you know, a little bit more important. So, and also there's a whole like sequence in Lucas's apartment. I mean, okay, so like I said earlier, I'm kind of just stream of consciousness in this. So I don't remember exactly all the placement, especially because I played this over the course of, I think, 9 hours on my Twitch stream. So I don't remember exactly when everything takes place. But there is a really difficult for me at least, difficult action sequence in Lucas's apartment where basically the apartment is attacking him. So apartment's all destroyed. Lucas goes back to Agatha the next day. Agatha is dead, and the police and whoever killed her also called the cops. So the cops are on their way. So Lucas has to figure out if Agatha left anything for him. She did. And it was just a key, if I remember right, which, like, you know, honestly, I don't remember how much that, like, was important. I mean, if I'm not remembering, I guess it's not that important. But anyway, Tyler and Carla go to Lucas's apartment because they know where he is, where he lives, because, you know, it's New York City, like they can look him up. So they go to his apartment. Lucas's apartment is trashed. Plus, there's a bunch of occult symbols like drawn all over the place. So either the apartment boss battle led to Lucas getting possessed again and deciding to deface his apartment, or what's most likely and what Lucas actively says is that whoever is possessing him has, you know, is trying to set him up, obviously. He manages to get away. He's got a hideout. He thinks, oh, Tiffany's got a new apartment. Tiffany being his girlfriend. I don't remember if I said her name. Tiffany has an apartment. Let's go hide out there. So we break and enter, get into her apartment. She manages to come back right as we're getting some food because it's been about 2 days, I think, at this point. So Lucas hasn't eaten because he's been on the run. Gets into the apartment, steals some of her food. She comes home, and she is super chill about it. She is like, they're saying you're a murderer. I don't think you're a murderer. What do we do? Lucas hides. Tyler comes to investigate. Obviously, they know that, like, Lucas is her ex-boyfriend, so they're like, hey, like, have you seen him? Like, you know, like, he might be coming here. So they investigate. Can't find him because I hid pretty fucking well, if I'm being completely honest. So that's all good. And the whole undercurrent of this, too. So, like, if you remember, I'm going to reference Heavy Rain for this because Heavy Rain 1 was my first Quantic Dream game, and 2, I think, is a lot more popular than Fahrenheit. So, you know how, like, the rain is always getting, like, more and more? Like, you're always getting, like, oh, you start off the game with, like, a couple centimeters of rain, then it's, like, inches, then it's, like, feet. So, like, the rain is constantly getting worse as you're looking for the origami killer. Well, for this, the cold. It's always getting colder. It's, like, you know, like you're increasingly getting closer to a new ice age. So I don't even remember what, like, stream of consciousness might not be the best for me. Like, I might need to write my thoughts down a little bit just because, like, I don't remember where I was going with that. We're to keep it. We're doing it fucking live. We're to keep going. So there's the whole undercurrent of the cold. Tyler, he looks for books because apparently, like, the book that Lucas was reading in the diner is, like, they're acting like it's a pretty, like, rare book. If I remember it was fucking Shakespeare. Like, I mean, I don't know. I was an English literature major when I was in college, so, like, maybe just more Shakespeare is more fucking well known to me than, like, the general populace. But, like, most people know Shakespeare. I mean, maybe they don't know everything Shakespeare, but, like, most people know Shakespeare. So he goes to a bookstore, meets a fucking, like, kind of appalling caricature of a fucking Japanese man as the bookstore proprietor, who then reveals after, you know, Tyler helps him with his fucking finding one of his books that actually he's just playing it up, and, you know, it's even more racist than you thought because he's, you know, he's basically faking that he is, like, this wise old Japanese monk, and he's actually just a dude from Brooklyn. Where was I going with this? So they're doing their investigating. They know that the police know. They catch Tyler, or scrolling back a little bit. They don't catch Tyler. Tyler's one of the cops. Scrolling back a little bit before Lucas goes to Tiffany's apartment, the cops catch him outside of Agatha's. Yeah, because he's trying to run away. They catch him outside of Agatha's. Lucas. Yeah, Lucas. Lucas is our main character. I don't know why Dude, Tyler left such a fucking impact on me with just how bad of a cop he was. Lucas does some fucking superhero shit. He dodges some cars, like, so. I said it during like, the live streams, but, like, and it's kind of the final boss, because the actual ending of the game was, like, extremely easy, but, like, the hardest fight in it is against this because it is just a QTE segments. sequence. But the hardest like combat engagement is against this character named the Oracle, who it turns out is the guy who was possessing you. Now the Oracle, he or not trying to talk about the Oracle like this. So the Oracle is the guy who possesses you. The fight, and what I was going to get at for this like chase sequence is, it's like the writers saw the Matrix and were like, let's do the Matrix, but also we're nowhere near as smart as the Wachowskis, and Matrix. So like Lucas does some like superhuman shit that they try to like write off as like, oh, since he was possessed at one point, like he can do that. And later on you find out that he has this thing in him called the chroma, which is like the fucking energy of all life or something. So my wife was in the room while I was playing this, watching on Twitch and like listening to, she had like her phone like on silent while I was playing like on the Twitch live stream because she was working, but she was listening to what I was saying because she's in the same room as me. Started off like being like, oh, this is like a super grounded thing, and then like it started getting to like the possession stuff we were kind of willing to ignore, but like once it got to that like escape sequence, like she was like, wasn't this like a super grounded like murder mystery game? Exactly, that's what we fucking thought. I'm happy that Heavy Rain, even though Heavy Rain kind of does a lot of, I don't want to say the same, but similar things to this. And I'm glad that Heavy Rain stays way more grounded, because like this jumps the fucking shark pretty hardcore. So anyway, so Agatha's dead. Agatha's spirit, or what we think is Agatha's spirit, keeps appearing to Lucas. So the whole plot now is essentially that the Oracle, who I mentioned briefly before, is like an old Mayan, like spiritual oracle who can live for hundreds of years and is part of this organization, this secret cabal, this new world order called the Purple Clan. And they control everything in the world. They're looking for the key to everything. Someone they call the Indigo Child. So the Indigo Child, apparently, if brought to this secret location, will give whoever is in possession of the child the answer to life, and that will allow them to control everything. So the Purple Clan is looking for the Indigo Child. Apparently, these murders. So, like the Kirsten case is the case that Carla is looking into to figure out what's going on here, and this Lucas Kane murder are acts that are done by the Purple Clan in search of the Indigo Child. So now it's a matter of essentially like we as Lucas have to find the Indigo Child before the Purple Clan does. Agatha's spirit is telling us all this, trying to lead us there. We have a little small fight with the Oracle. Doesn't really go anywhere. He gets away. He gets in trouble from the Purple Clan, the leaders of the Purple Clan. So then, the Oracle, who, like, sometimes people see him, sometimes they don't. The Oracle ends up kidnapping Tiffany and using her as bait to lure Lucas out. Lucas takes the bait because he's not, like, they broke up, but, like, both of them seem to still have feelings for each other. Like, it makes it seem like, like, if this were the ending and this were going to be a happy ending, Lucas saving Tiffany would be like oh, we're going to get back together, like, everything's going to be all right now. Doesn't happen like that. Lucas and Tiffany die. But Agatha brings Lucas back. Agatha bringing Lucas back causes him, he's a reanimated body at this point. So he becomes immortal, even though he already was immortal, kind of, because all the game over sequences are kind of implied to be like flash forwards that Lucas is having. So basically, Lucas, even though, so Lucas dies, and they don't really keep, like, a very good timeline with this, but, like, Tiffany has already been buried, and Lucas essentially, I don't want to say tricks, but, like, convinces Carla to come out to Tiffany's burial plot, to have a conversation with her, to talk to her about, like, what's actually going on. Carla has some inkling, at least, that, like, Lucas Kane is not behind this murder. Like, he is the murderer, but he's not behind this murder, because now at this point, she has figured out what was going on with the Kirsten case, or figured out the existence of the Kirsten case because all the records have been scrubbed, talked to the lead investigator on that case, and also gone and spoken to the murderer of that case. And he is in a mental asylum, and he actually brings up the Lucas Kane murder and basically tells her, like, I can see through the Oracle's eyes. She doesn't know what the Oracle is, but that kind of leads her to believe that, oh, there's something more supernatural going on here. So she decides to believe Lucas. Lucas and her plan on, figuring something out. Carla has to go back. The cold has gotten, like, terrible at this point. And Lucas, we haven't been told yet, technically, that Lucas actually died. We watched it happen, but, like, Lucas has done some fucking insane shit so far. So, like, we don't know that he's actually dead until a little bit later. So Carla goes back to the police station. Tyler kind of susses out that she's hiding something. She basically, like, just flat out tells him, like, hey, like, Lucas Kane is our guy, but he's not our guy. So Tyler's kind of like, okay, well, you're a better cop than me, so, like, I trust your intuition. You tell me what we need to do, girl. Oh, that's what that was. Tell me what we need to do, girl. Immediately after that, Tyler's wife, or girlfriend, sorry, who, like, he's been having problems with her this entire game because his dedication to being a cop, not a good one, but his dedication to being a cop is conflicting with their relationship because she's worried that he's going to die in the line of duty every single day when he goes out. And he also, like, is, like, that kind of, dude who, like, he gets a call from Carla, who I think technically is, like, his superior, even though they're partners. And he, like, abandons Sam, his girlfriend, during their anniversary dinner. So Sam comes and she's like, hey, I'm going down to Florida, with you or without you. Like, make your fucking decision. Me, I don't know what happens if you don't send Tyler down to Florida, but at this point, I was like, Tyler, you're a fucking terrible cop. Like, go to Florida with your girlfriend. Like, be a good boyfriend. How about that? Maybe you could be a good boyfriend instead of being a cop, because you're not a fucking good cop. Carla and Lucas manage to figure out where the Indigo child is. They take her. Or they go to the technically, I think it's like an asylum or like a foster center that she's at. They go in, find the child. The child is mute. Or Lucas goes in by himself. Carla waits outside. The Oracle shows up to also get the child. Lucas and the Oracle fight on top of the rooftop. This is the fight of the foster center, insane asylum, whatever it is. This is the fight that I was talking about. That is the hardest fucking thing in this game. Like this is so like final boss coded, and I think there was still like an hour and a half left, or an hour at least left of the game. But this fight took me forever. Like it's so. The combat sequences in this are basically like a Simon Says thing. I'm sure I've shown, like, I don't know what's behind me right now. I'm just recording to a green screen. I'll edit it all together, but I'm sure I've shown the combat sequences somewhere here. But it's basically just a Simon Says thing. But this one is extremely long. There's a lot of like super like down to the wire where it's like, okay, like you've hit some sequences and then it's like get ready, and then immediately you've got to hit another sequence, and like I don't know, just like me visually I couldn't catch everything, so I struggled on this a lot. I finally got it done. Lucas gets away, and then he goes and meets with the spirit of Agatha that has manifested itself IRL, and it's like, hey, congratulations, you didn't let the Purple Clan get the Indigo Child. Thank you. Give me the Indigo Child. Me, I'm always suspicious in a game of somebody being like, hey, congratulations, you didn't give it to that person. Give it to me now. So I turned that down. That kept me from... so, like, the Oracle fight would have been a final boss if I'd given Agatha the Indigo Child. But it turns out that Agatha was actually an AI creature who is basically just, like, that's in a constant struggle with the Purple Clan to get the Indigo Child. So they basically just revived Lucas, because this is where we find out that he is actually been dead since rescuing Tiffany. And AI basically brought him back to life and has been guiding him, manipulating him along the way to keep the Indigo Child from the Purple Clan and also find the Indigo Child for them, the Orange Clan. Purple and Orange, don't know why. But, like, if I had to pick one, Team Purple Clan. This is, the purple microphone. And in case the color doesn't come through all the way, this is a purple microphone. So, you get away from the AI, and you are rescued by Carla, Marcus, your brother, who hasn't fucking been relevant, really, like, for a while. Oh, wait. Actually, there is one more thing that Marcus does that is kind of relevant. A little bit a while ago. While Lucas is on the run from Tyler and Carla, he sends us a vision of the Oracle in the church that Marcus works at. Because, Marcus is a priest. I think that's part of the reason that they had their falling out, is something to do with Marcus's religious beliefs. Lucas, you're kind of a bigot. Even though, like, so the lives in the action sequences are literally through crucifixes that you find throughout the game. So Jesus has been protecting Lucas this entire time, but, like, he's still kind of a bigot. Anyway, so Lucas uses his ability to see through the eyes of the Oracle to save Marcus. He saves Marcus. Marcus stops being relevant until now. And even now, he's not really that relevant. regardless, even though he shows up here. So we're saved by a group called the Invisibles. Now, the Invisibles is led by a man whose name escapes me. But said man is, you can find him behind the diner, playing as Lucas, like at the beginning of the game. So I went this whole game thinking, or before we saw the Oracle, at least for the first time, thinking, oh, that's the guy who possessed Lucas. Like, he's the villain. But no, he's actually a fucking good guy. So anyway, basically he lays out Purple Clan is in charge of everything. Orange Clan is, like a group of automatons, or AI, sorry, not automatons, AIs, who are trying to control the world and basically become the dominant race on Earth. So we have to keep the Indigo Child from both of them. Now, it turns out that the secret place that the Indigo Child needs to be taken is the army base that Lucas and Marcus grew up on. Marcus and Lucas's mother and father were researchers on some fucking space thing that is the chroma stuff that Lucas has within him. And it turns out that Lucas and Marcus, so we get like a couple of flashback sequences to their childhood throughout the game. And on one of them, Lucas by himself goes into like this testing facility and gets basically irradiated. And so that's what has led him to like being able to survive this possession, having all these superpowers and all this. So Lucas, now just kind of coming to terms with this, apparently he's just going to be able to control all this shit now. Like, he was able to control some stuff during the fight with the Oracle. The end game for this, like, goes even fucking crazier. But first, Lucas and Carla need to sleep together because, the game can't end without some romance being made. So two of them have a little sexy time. And then they go off to potentially their fucking doom. They just wanted to share one night together just in case it was their last. So, you go back to that army base. Lucas is like, Carla, wait here. I'll take the Indigo Child. Takes the child in. So, there's 3 different endings to this game. 3 different endings. So, the first one that I got was mainly because I couldn't successfully pass a QTE. So there's a second kind of QTE that basically is like you have to essentially like you have to keep like a thing in like the center progress bar or get it all the way to the progress bar. And in general in these you have to like maintain it wherever it wants you to. I fucked up. So like first you fight the Purple Clan and the Oracle. You kick his ass. This is where Lucas like somehow has instantly just realized how to control the chroma because like he does a fucking spirit bomb on the Oracle, kills him, basically just like looks and does like a force fucking choke on the other members of the Purple Clan who are there because like they have like soldiers there to help the Oracle take you out because the Oracle has failed every single time he has tried to take you out on his own. So snapping necks, and then the AI that was pretending to be Agatha shows up. So I just want to go back a little bit. So we're told that the Orange Clan is a whole thing. We only ever see one fucking like member, and it's the Agatha one. Anyway, and I don't know if I've been clear enough, but Agatha was a person. This member of the Orange Clan is appearing to us as Agatha to try and stay in our good graces or whatever. that whole pretense is gone though now. So the AI fights you. I ended up losing to the AI. In this ending, the AI takes the Indigo Child and basically becomes the dominant race on the planet. We still only see the one fucking AI though. But apparently they're hunting out all the humans. It's been months. The cold has only continued to get worse. So humanity has been driven underground. And Lucas kind of comments on the fact that even if the AI weren't hunting humans, because the cold is continuing to get worse, humans would have to live underground regardless. But also, we find out that Lucas and Carla's little tryst at the right before the ending has produced a child. So it's been 3 months. Carla is pregnant. Lucas essentially thinks that because he's irradiated the way that he is from the chroma, that Carla's child is potentially the next Indigo Child and the literal savior of humanity. So you end basically on that dour note of, okay, in 6 months, potentially the savior of humanity will be born. So, next ending that I got, true ending in my opinion, Lucas succeeds, basically gets rid of the orange and purple clans. The snow is all gone, the cold, the weather has returned to normal. Everything is great. Carla is pregnant. We don't care. It's probably a new fucking messiah at this point. There's no such thing. We don't need the Indigo Child anymore. But, fucking, still this fucking irradiated, my irradiated cum made this fucking, God baby, probably. And then the final ending, which I, so, Orange Clan winning is, a true bad ending. But, the Purple Clan ending is, where I think, Cage gets his Kojima-isms that I talked about at the beginning of the video. Because the Oracle wins, takes the Indigo Child. Here's the secret. Nothing changes other than the cold disappearing. The cold disappears. But, in the world, nothing changes. The Purple Clan was already, made up of some of the most powerful people in the world. So, were they already in control of the world? That's where I'm the Kojima-isms. Because, is that what David Cage is trying to imply? That, the people at the top already are in complete and total, dominance of the world. But, so, even them having, literally the key to life and, the actual key to controlling all of everyone, isn't really that important to them. Nothing changes. But, I don't know. It falls kind of flat on its face because I don't think, Cage is as, good of a writer as Kojima is. I think Cage, for all of his problems, does put out some good stories. I've enjoyed everything Quantic Dream that I've played, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're well written. I love some pretty bad, media out there. But yeah, that's Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy. So I don't know how this is gonna go. This whole stream of consciousness thing. I like it in theory. But I definitely think next time I need to write down my thoughts a little bit more so that I don't ramble as much. Because I'm looking at the recording time and it's looking like this video is going to be about 45 minutes long. I was expecting it to be at least 10 minutes shorter. So me just rambling is what's leading to this, extended length. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank everybody who comments want to thank everybody who, does anything on the video, to be completely honest with you. I am starting this whole thing up, from scratch. I did stuff back in the day, but, nothing as detailed as what I'm doing now, so I'm trying to, to do something. I, my writing for, these videos, isn't all that good, and, it's really hard to break out into the content creation sphere. So, I'm trying to, shoot for games that I've seen less talked about than, the super popular stuff, just to, kind of maybe carve out my own niche. I'll probably talk about some popular stuff at some point, too, because, I'm not, a hipster who's oh, I don't engage with popular media. I'm a huge fucking MCU fan. I still like the MCU. So, for context, just in case, I do get big and people decide to go back and watch my old videos. This video is being recorded on February 24th of 2024. So the last Marvel thing that came out was Echo. Yeah, Echo. I still have not watched it, but I've heard, from what I've seen reviews-wise, I think I'm going to like it. The last, thing that I watched in the thing that released before it was The Marvels. I thought The Marvels was fine. I know, at least in 2023, 2024 internet, there's a lot of mudslinging at The Marvels. The Marvels is completely fine. Anybody who says anything, I don't want to say, anything negative, because people can dislike the movie, but, being oh, the MCU is fucking cooked, The Marvels is the worst thing to happen, fuck you, you're wrong. So, I don't want to go on this. That's a whole other video that I could do. But, so, I do engage with popular media. I like popular stuff. Popular music, not as much, but, I like popular stuff. So, I'll probably do, something on a more popular game, but, not now. I want to build, a support of, not niche, not obscure, because, that's just not, that's not what this is, but, I do want to, not be covering all the same stuff that the people that I watch cover. So, if anybody chooses to engage, I deeply, deeply appreciate it. Tell me in the comments, in my DMs, on my Discord channel, what I did great, what I did wrong, what I could improve. Tell me to kill myself. That's fine. I can handle it. Come watch me over on Twitch. I'm streaming Monday through Friday right now. I stream 12 noon to 4 to 5 p.m. Pacific time. But, if it seems like I'm doing well and, I need to adjust my time, I'll adjust my time. I don't fucking care. I've got all the time in the world. But I want to try and make this work. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing if you do. Thank you for liking. Thank you for joining us over on Twitch, twitch.tv/LatencyIssue. Thank you for joining us on Discord. The channel is called Straight Outta Ping right now. Who knows if that'll change at all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting, my friends. If you're, watcher of my Twitch streamer friends or people who make content. Thank you for being you. That's what I want to say. Thank you for being you. I've been, over here because there's a little bit of not green screen area right here to block, but thank you for being you. All right. I'll see you guys next month for another video. I already have this one planned out. It's Spider-Man 2000 for the PlayStation 1. I've already got half of it recorded. We're going to see if it's going to be this same stream of consciousness one or if I'm going to do more of a script-based. Who knows? But regardless, see you guys.